well, storytellers, that's how we identify ourselves. Stories allow us to empathize, they allow us to see ourselves in other people, and that's a very validating thing. We had hoped, I think, to kind of give voices to the women that have gone before us, and through that process to tell stories, and we hoped that that would be empowering.
I always wanted to serve a mission. I started praying about it, and I couldn't pray about it. The words wouldn't even come out of my mouth. Months later, I was talking with a friend, and he asked me, well, have you asked if the answer is no? It just hit me that I hadn't been allowing that to be a possibility. That was a difficult thing, to feel this struggle of, I really feel this strongly, that I want this, but I'm being told that I can't have it. I played Eve. Eve was very aware of what she was doing. I wonder if she felt this draw and this super strong desire to fulfill that first commandment. And yet there was this other commandment, to not partake of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And so to reframe her in my mind was reframing myself.
5 years ago, I was dating a boy that did not believe in God. I wanted more than anything for him to all of a sudden get a miraculous testimony, to go to the temple with me, to be the person that I wanted him to be. But he knew that he couldn't do that for me. And then I met my husband. At that time, I was seeing a bishop, and I was trying to get my life together in a way that, I would be worthy to go to the temple. Zach, he would wait outside the office for me every single Sunday, and he would hold me while I cried. As I tried to figure out who I was. He told me one night, he's like, hey, so I think I'm falling in love with you. And I was like, no. I don't even know who I am right now, so I really don't want to get mixed up with guys right now. I just need to be me. He's like, okay, I'm willing to accept that. Thank you for telling me. Oh gosh. I played Minerva, the famous Mormon painter in Women of Faith. She talks about how Herman isn't part of the fold, isn't a member of the church, and how that has just been a huge struggle for her as she's also been trying to juggle her creative passion. And it took him for years and years and years until he decided for himself that he did believe. About a month later, a really difficult decision needed to be made on my part, where I was either going to leave my past finally behind me, or and take my repentance, move forward, or not. I made the decision to move forward, and it was so good. I called Zach and I said, hey, I feel like I finally have faith again, and I think I'm ready to say yes to dating you. Because of Minerva's experience with Herman and then my experience with my husband, we both found that we're women of faith, and we found our eternal companions eventually, so.
There's this overwhelming pressure to be perfect, and it seems to affect women a lot, especially for our generation. Women who are kind of being given this buffet of choices that our mothers and our grandmothers never had to contend with. So we wanted to pick women to highlight in Women of Faith who were women of faith by that definition, not perfect people. And I think you see that in the film. We feel very passionately about these stories, and we know the impact that they've had on our lives, and we hope that in some small way they can be a blessing to others as well.
Know that even though we're different, we're so very different in how we think and what our life circumstances are. There's something that connects us.
People can relate to her and find their story in her story, just as I did.